Speedway for the NASCAR Nationwide Series season opener, a race that has been won by Tony Stewart, and a race whose finish has been marred by an accident coming to the checkered flag that forced the car of Kyle Larson up into the safety fencing, separating the grandstand from the racetrack. Pieces of that car piercing that fencing and winding up on the grandstand side of the racetrack. And while the photos go on in victory lane and Stewart takes care of his obligations, and the work continues by safety officials, and we await any word from NASCAR or Speedway officials on the situation. Dr. Jerry Parks.
Dale Earnhardt Jr., the first driver to come out of the infield care center. First of all, Junior, are you okay?
Yeah, I feel good. We had a pretty good car all day, and just right there at the end, trying to get the best finish we could. And I thought we was going to get to the end without tearing anything up, but I saw I think it was 7 cars spinning across to the right and off the wall. He caught the right front of my car, and I couldn't steer after that. And I was just trying to get across the finish line, and somebody turned across the racetrack in front. It was pretty hard.
Your car was the 7 car. Regan Smith, you were in the care center. Regan, a lot of the guys getting out, able to be checked out inside?
I haven't seen anybody in there. I think everybody's in good spirits. More worried about the people in the grandstands, I guess. I get some debris went up there, and just worried about anybody up there.
Okay, Dale Earnhardt Jr., he's okay. They're still checking out some drivers. Jamie?
Brian Scott involved as well. He's been checked and released. You still finished 6th. What exactly did you see, Brian?
I saw the 7 car sideways in the tri-oval up against the wall, and we were right up against the wall. And I didn't know if we were going to make it or not, and I just held it wide open. I hit him hard, and then it was just like a pinball effect. And I saw that the fence and part of the grandstands is hurt or is damaged, so I hope all the fans are okay first and foremost. We finished at least. We wrecked. I hate that we had a tore up car. Everybody at Richard Childress Racing did a great job preparing a short launch Chevy Camaro that is really fast, and we had a chance to win this race. Obviously, our teammate did, Tony Stewart, so congrats to those guys. And I guess we'll just prepare it and get ready for Talladega.
Thanks, Brian. I'm glad you're okay. Vince?
Damage on Parker Klingerman's car. The good news is Parker came through okay, ended up 5th. But what did you see as you came through that melee?
Well, first off, I want to thank the 32 for getting us up there in the front and leading for a while, and he did a great job. And first and foremost, I hope he's all right, as much as I hope the fans are all right. That's scary to see that anytime anything goes to the fence, and I know NASCAR does their best job, and the tracks do their best job to, stop the melee, but we can't stop the unpredictable. So with that said, this Bandit Chippers Toyota Camry was awesome. My Bell helmets, Butler built seats, Pole sunglasses, Under Armour, all those people help us get to the racetrack week in, week out. Can't thank them enough. But this Nationwide Insurance Series, it's crazy. It's out of control. It's so many good drivers, so many good teams at the front right there coming to the end of the race, and you go and there's suddenly 20 good cars all trying to go for one spot. And when that all started to happen, the 99 had gotten disconnected down the backstretch. I could have pulled in front of 33. I didn't. I hate myself for it. But maybe that stopped us from getting more melee. But I saw a bunch of smoke, put the foot to the floor, knew there was a checkered flag, and drove straight to it.
Thanks, Parker. Doc?
Well, Regan Smith was leading that charge off of turn 4, quarter of a mile from the checkered flag. Next thing we knew, we saw your 7 cars sideways. What happened?
I tried to throw a block on all 4. I knew Brad was going to make a move, and if it's Daytona, you want to go for the win here. That's what we're all here for. I had a really fast Junior Motorsports Chevy, clean pull on the car this week, so really appreciate those guys. Hope everybody in the stands is okay. I know I saw there was some damage up there, so that's kind of the first concern with everybody in the care center. There was going on over there. We got a strong race team. The car was fast all day. Got in a position to win, and you got to do what you got to do. You got to go for it. Brad's a good friend, and he pushed me to the front, and we both want to win the race. That's all.
So did you know that Brad was going to try to make a move as far as the block is concerned? You were going to go high, and he went high. Were you going to make another move to try to stay in front of him?
Well, if I had to, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's you're coming to the checkered at Daytona. This is it doesn't matter if it's a nationwide race or a park race. You want to win here, and certainly want to do the same thing tomorrow. If I'm in the same position tomorrow, I'll do the exact same thing again. I don't know how I can play it any different other than to just concede the 2nd place, and I wasn't willing to do that today. So it's a case where these guys work really hard on these race cars all year long, and our job is to put them in a position to win, and it was, and it didn't work out.
Regan, we admire your honesty, but more importantly, we appreciate that you're okay.
Thanks, Regan.
Thoughts of Regan Smith, involved at the point the accident began, and you heard him say that he had thrown a block on Brad Keselowski trying to win at Daytona. And with the pack steaming down behind terrible crash that has resulted. Unfortunately, we saw Kyle Larson climb from his car after that crash when his car was just torn apart. And let's check with Doc.
Well, here's the best part of the day. This is the best news of the day. Particularly someone like me that's been a trauma and ER doctor most of my life. Kyle, glad to see you're okay. You look good. How do you feel?
Yeah, I feel good. Just not sure where everything ended up on the racetrack. I hope all the fans are okay and all the drivers all right. I know I took a couple big hits there and saw my engine was gone. So just hope everybody's all right. And it was disappointed. It looks like they got me 13th on the board, and we had a lot better car than that. We were charging the front a lot of the time, and actually got to lead a couple laps too, and draft with Junior and Keselowski and guys like that. So it was a lot of fun today, and I just want to thank all the sponsors, Clorox, all the Turner sponsors, Turner Scott sponsors. I really want to thank Butlerville for building really safe seats and ride helmets and the hybrid safety solutions device. It's been a lot of great changes in safety, so I just want to thank everybody.
Take us through what you remember inside the car. I mean, you get hit from behind. We see the car getting up and then in the fence. What were you thinking? What were you feeling at the time?
Well, I was getting pushed from behind, I felt like, and by the time my spotter said, lift or go low, I think he said it was too late, and I was in the rack, and then felt like it was slowing down, and then looked like I could see the ground or something like that, and then I had some planes in the cockpit, but luckily I was all right and could get out of the car quick.
Certainly glad he is okay. The car sheared in half, but he is able to walk away. What amazing, Alan, amazing.
Yeah, Doc, there was nothing left firewall forward on that car, and Kyle Larson fortunately okay. And again, we continue to focus our attention on the spectator side of the catch fence, where parts of Kyle Larson's front end, including the engine, were sheared off and came to rest. There are medical personnel there. We have seen some fans being treated by the medical personnel. We'll wait for word from Speedway and NASCAR officials on the severity of the situation.
Still see the engine
and I'm sure that they will get that
right next to the grandstands.
The situation is under control. Just a difficult moment and a difficult situation that unfolded as the field steamed to the checkered flag and began with that block Regan Smith said was thrown on Brad Keselowski as they were racing for the win.
Yeah, and as a driver, when you're in that situation, that if you go to make a block or try to slow someone's progress from behind, that especially as you're coming to the checkered flag, that the opportunity is there, that you may get hit and turn. So, but you're willing to take that chance, as Regan Smith stated.
Show you what happened in this situation as the field came to the checkered flag. Watch the white 32 car.
That's awful.
And again, Kyle Larson did climb from that machine. We heard from him a minute ago. And there you see the result of that crash. And we'll wait for word from, again, Speedway and NASCAR officials on the situation on the grandstand side of that fence, and keep our fingers crossed that everything's okay. The race is over at Daytona. Tony Stewart has won it, and we continue to monitor live the situation after that terrible crash coming to the checkered flag.
That's me last year.